Boom shakalaka, what is going on everybody? Randall here from Crypto Love. In today's video, we are talking about the top altcoins to buy right now and why you might want to buy these particular ones and not the ones you think. So if you want to find out what they are and why, stay tuned for today's episode. What's up guys, Randall here. Today we're talking about the top altcoins to buy right now. Now before we get into things guys, like the video, it helps out so much with the algorithm. Subscribe, click the notification bell, and also join all of our awesome patrons over on Patreon where you could win up to $1,000 of Bitcoin per month. I'll show you evidence at the end of this episode. Now, guys, the top altcoins today. See, most people, especially newer investors, when they're looking at altcoins, they go and look at the top gainers for the day or for the week, and those are the ones they buy. Like people right now are going gangbusters for Celsius. They want to buy it and they want it to go up 10x. Guess what? It already went up 20x or more. Okay? The chance that it's going to continue going up right now, not as likely. However, there's something that I like called reversion to the mean. Turns out Newton knew about this thing. Whatever goes up must come down. Whatever goes down must come up. I like to take a look at the top losers for the past 7 days and figure that if they've already lost that much, there's a good chance they could come back up once they find some support. So let's take a look at the top 5 losers for this week and see if they are potentially good buys and where to buy at. So the 5 biggest losers according to CoinGecko for 7 days, we have ELRN Finance, Uniswap, UMA, ELRN, and Kusama. So let's go take a look at them. ELRN Finance. If we take a look at token metrics, I use this because it's an easy way to get a glance. They do a bunch of research for you so you don't have to do it for yourself. If you want to check it out, there's a 10% off link down in the description. Well, overall, ELRN Finance, okay. Fundamentals, 67%, technology, 80%, technical analysis, 64% for a trader. Overall, 77%. Now let's look at the charts. ELRN Finance has a bunch of stuff going on in the charts here. So first thing first, if we take a look at it, there's a head and shoulders pattern. There's a fib retracement that's actually bottoming out on 23.6 fib level, and there is an Elliott wave pattern. Pretty awesome Elliott wave pattern. So there's 3 things going on right here. Now, we'll take a look at each of them individually. First, the head and shoulders. So we have a shoulder here, head here, shoulder here. Based on this, it would be a bearish pattern where we would have the price. You take this line from here to here, you descend it down to the bottom. So that would bring us down way below where it's ever been before. So that's possible based upon the head and shoulders. But if we take a look at some other things, like for example, the fib retracement, okay, from the bottom to the top, look at how well this worked out, okay? So we had price bouncing off the 78.6 fib, almost the 50% fib, all the way up to the 1%, then down, bounced off the 38.2 here, bounced off the 78.6. Now we're at the 23.6, which may be support because if we look over here to the left, okay, we can see right here there is a lot of resistance and former resistance becomes support. So potentially this could be the new support for YFI. So if you want to get into this before, could be a good time to do it. Now also there's some really good stuff looking here with an Elliott wave pattern where we have wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then there's usually 5 waves up and 3 waves down. Then we have A, B, C down, where if we find support, we would start a new pattern of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. So YFI looking pretty good as long as we find support here. Next one is Uniswap. Now overall this gets an okay on token metrics, 74%, fundamentals 80%, technology 92%, technical analysis 51%. Now if we take a look at this, pretty much it had an explosion in price, and then ever since then, we've just been coming down and down and down. Now, will we find support at the 23.6? Who's to know? Because really, there's not that much price history, and potentially, I think there's some sell pressure because everybody basically just got this Uniswap token for free, so they're looking to liquidate it and get their money. Maybe some people are holding, but it came for free. People are probably trying to liquidate it. They get an extra $3,000 or whatever from their Uniswap token. So, if this one finds support, definitely could be coming up because look at the retracement. I mean, the price was way up there. It came down. It's already down 78% from its all-time high. Now, it could continue down to 100% from there, but if it doesn't, pretty good time to buy it. Better buying it up there at the top. Next one is UMA. Overall gets a good on token metrics for a trader, 80%, fundamentals 72%, technology 80%, technical analysis 65%. Now if we take a look at the charts, this one also, just the price has just dropped and dropped and dropped. Now this one, UMA and also Uniswap, are good examples of what happens with altcoins, because altcoins can either be a degenerator or an oscillator. So degenerators just go down, just like we're seeing in this chart. Oscillators bounce back and forth, up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. Oscillators are great to invest in altcoins or to trade. Degenerators, not great, because you basically just lose your money. It's a long drawn out losing your money. So I made a video about that. I will link to that right here if you want to check out oscillators and degenerators. Now, that's UMA, so potentially when it finds support, if it does, could be a good investment, but for right now, meh. But based on the amount that it's down, it's a way better investment now than it was last week. Next one, ELRN. So this one for a trader gets overall grade poor 66%, fundamentals 47%, technology 65%, technical analysis 75%. If we take a look at the chart, look at this chart here. Okay, so it has basically shot up. I mean, a few months ago, people were talking about ELRN, and then it went to the moon. Well, looks like it's returning to planet Earth. However, if we take a look at things, again, with the fib retracement, we go up, we come down, bounce off the 38.2, bounce off the 61.8, then hover around the 23.6, and then we go all the way down to basically back to zero, and now starting to go back up, bouncing off of the 23.6. Potentially, we may have started a new uptrend right here. So we'll kind of have to see with that one if we are on the new uptrend, but definitely a lot better time to buy ELRN now than way when it was up here. It's almost 100% off right now. Huge sale on ELRN if you believe in the project. Next one is Kusama. Now this one, overall grade poor, 62%, fundamentals 45%, technology 80%, technical analysis 61%. Now how they get these numbers, they basically have some developers taking a look at the code on GitHub. They have some senior technical analysis people who've worked for large companies like, I don't know, Goldman Sachs, Fidelity, the other ones. I forget which ones they work for, but they do the technical analysis. And then fundamentals, just taking a look at the overall market. If we look at Kusama here, this is one that I've been trading since way back here, one of my better picks for the year. Well, basically, I was just trading because I saw it basically was in this channel, and I would just buy it when it was down here, sell it when it was up here, buy it when it was down here, sell it when it was up here, buy it when it was down here, and then it shot off and blew through the channel, but now it's finding its way back down into the channel. Didn't find support there on the top of the channel like we thought it might have. Now, if you can see here, one shoulder, head, shoulder, maybe another head and shoulders pattern, bringing us down to somewhere in this area right where we are here, or we may fall to the bottom of the channel. Now, if you take a look at this candle right here, we'll just zoom in a little bit, you can see that is a hammer doji. Looks like a hammer, certainly does. Sometimes you hammer out the bottom. Maybe it's not going to go all the way down to the bottom of the channel. Maybe it'll come back up here, or maybe it'll come down to the bottom of this channel. So looking somewhere there to buy Kusama if you think that's a good buy. So those are my picks for the top altcoins to buy, because guess what? They're not pumping right now. Now's the time when you buy at discount if you believe it can come back. And if you believe in DeFi at all, you would have to think that these would come back a little bit. Maybe there was a bit of exuberance before. Maybe I talked about it in previous videos where I was saying, I don't really want to be caught with a knife in my hands. Some people did get caught with a knife in their hands, and that's what happens. So, guys, like I said before, we're giving away a ton of Bitcoin over on Patreon. If you join, you get to hang out with us in this super secret Discord chat where we've already given away, you can see here, over $3,000 of Bitcoin. Oh my goodness, look at all that Bitcoin we've already given away. You could enter to win. So join us over at patreon.com/cryptolove, and I'll see you there. Have a good one. Peace.